Hi, this is my first video, and I want to talk about stupid people, which I'm sure we've all run into. People that think that they are above everyone else. So, for those of you who've watched my first video, you probably know my brother was murdered, and my mom, it's been about a year and a few months since my brother was killed, and my mom had started dating through like personal ads, and I don't know, she went on this like high dating frenzy, but she was talking to this guy, and somehow it came up in conversation that, you know, her son had been murdered last year, and he didn't ask anything about it. Nothing, didn't ask her a single thing. And they were talking for a few weeks, and he sent messages, back and forth email, and she had sent him a link to Casey's MySpace page. So he then sends my mom this email yesterday saying how, because Casey had tattoos, and because of the culture that Casey lived in, that he lowered his vibrational self to where he was susceptible to a violent death, which basically saying that Casey asked for it because he had a tattoo, which is ridiculous. I mean, if nothing else, I mean, Casey made over $100 grand a year. He sold insurance. He wasn't some little punk kid running around on the beach starting fights like, you know, Darren Bell and Robert Marcus and Robert Martell. So, anyways, he then tells my mom that the reason that she sent him this link was for sympathy. So, okay, why would he think that my mom needed sympathy from a man she had never met, had only talked to a few times, and didn't even bother to ask anything about Casey before making these judgmental comments? So it just goes to show how stupid people are. He actually said that he could not be dragged down into the life that we had. And it's like, you know what, he like barely works. He's got a 7-year-old and 8-year-old. He's like 40-something years old. And he tries to tell my mom that, you know, stuff that he knew more about parenting than she did. I'm almost 30. Casey was 26 when he died. I mean, come on. So anyways, but it's just people that, because they've never been touched by tragedy, they actually believe there was a reason why somebody else had. And it's disgusting. I think that it's completely disgusting that anybody can look at what we've gone through and say something like, well, because he had a tattoo, you know, he chose to die. Anyway, it's just stupid. Stupid people. So the other stupid people are these people that have moved into my mother's house. They had, about 4 or 5 months ago, claimed to have been friends with my brother. And they needed a room to stay. And my mom's house was vacant, so we offered to rent them a room for $350 a month. Now they won't leave. And we have to evict them through court. You know, my brother, the trial for these assholes that killed my brother starts August 18th. And now we have to go through the court system to get out these people that are living in my mom's house, not paying rent, completely took over the entire house and the granny unit. It's not like they stayed in the one room that we had rented to them. They actually took over the entire house. So, again, stupid people. But they border from stupid and mean. Like, they don't understand that what they're doing is wrong. My mom actually asked them, you know, how do you live with yourself? Do you think this is the right thing to do? And they were like, well, yeah. You know, they totally felt justified in taking advantage of people because they could, you know. Anyway, I'm tired of stupid-ass people, like Robert Martell and Robert Marcus and Darren Bell, who thought that it would be fun to jump my brother and kill him, you know. It's like, if they had just walked away, or not even walked away, they weren't fighting, they came up to Casey. It's like if they had just kept walking, you know, and not paid any attention to, you know, not started this, not jumped in on people, jumped in and tried to fight my brother, then my brother would still be alive. But because stupid people and stupid egos and stupid whatever it is, they felt justified in their actions. And it blows me away that people can be so stupid. Anyway, I'll quit bitching about that for today, but this is my first video, and the reason I'm doing it was because that when Casey died, everything that was Casey was important to me. And I will eventually die, and if there's any of my family left at that point, I want them to have this. So, anyways, I'm going to keep making more videos, probably more bitching, but probably some good stuff too.